We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Miami Dolphins.
Joshua Carty to kick off.
Here's Joshua Carty ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Miami. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
When we spent our time talking to the coaches prior to the game, they emphasized that they wanted a quick start to begin things. Most of the time you think about that on the offensive side of the ball, but in this case, it's the special teams that provide that quick start.
Jackson first play going to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately, so he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Alpha, sit up! Sit up! Finish it up! No, we changed it. Hey, middle.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throwing is Jackson. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Las Vegas.
Ready? Ready? Sit hot! Ready? That's hot! No. Push. You change it. Sit hot!
They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
How about the big guy there showing some agility? He just float from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
They work now on 2nd and 9. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The kick by Elliott is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Rodgers going to throw. Got a man. That's Leggett. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. The Dolphins at 9-2 to start play. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
58. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Here's Rodgers. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Blue 58. Back north.
Back to the ground, Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Green 18.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it second down and 12. To throw is Rodgers. Now he'll tuck this and run. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive.
Blue 58.
Rodgers changing the play, it appears.
Back north.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3-and-out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. Two division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
To throw, it's Rodgers. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 37-yard line.
58.
Quick throw to Olave. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Second down and 8.
88. 18. Inside.
Now it's Rodgers. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. D.J. Johnson. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
Check 30. 319.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Hey, Mike.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's got, and now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Raiders pick it up. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they take over the precarious spot here, albeit after forcing the fumble at the goal line. This is safety territory as they start from their own one. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Raiders.
Hey, middle.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll get that out wide to Waddle. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up second down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
At the 12-yard line.
Now 2nd and 9. Jackson now. That is incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Hey, Ozzy, sit up. Hey, shot.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
15 yards.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Turner. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Ready?
Now a 2nd and 6.
You change it.
Jackson from the shotgun. That's to the running back, Jaden Blue. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And he returns this to the 22. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
319.
Now Rodgers. Thanks to Kraft, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
10 at the 47-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
58.
From the gun, it's again to Cook.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd down and 9.
Jump out. Take 30.
Now Rodgers.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Raiders will take over here just shy of the 30.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Here's Jackson to throw.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
That's caught inside the 20.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Jalen Waddle hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for two.
The Raiders will line up for the two-point conversion.
Hey.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Jackson here is going to look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the two. They don't get it.
Raiders 19. Dolphins nothing. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Miami. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll empty out the backfield. Coming up here with 5 receivers in the formation on 2nd and 6. From midfield now, here's Jackson. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Report.
Now it's Jackson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Raiders 1st down. A gain of 15. 1st down, Las Vegas.
Out of the gun, they run with blue. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Raiders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Dolphins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Rodgers now to throw. He's got a man complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line.
300, 319, go to 50.
Rodgers again now. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
26.
Rodgers wants to change the look.
23-yard line.
Back north.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Right back to Cook for another completion.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
James Cook,
23 yards for the touchdown.
and the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12.
Makes the score Raiders 26, Dolphins 14. Joshua Carty to kick off.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, First downs, they can't touch the ball.
They begin with a carry for Blue. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
41 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Call it a gain of a yard, and that will bring up second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
No, we changed it.
Now it's Jackson.
Got an open man here. It's K.J. Hamler.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
That's good.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Raiders.
Now they'll change things up.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
48-yard line.
Now Jackson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 34-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Throwing is Jackson. Gets it underneath to Blue. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
Raiders.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Over the middle, he's got Golden. So the completion good for 7 there. And now third down and 6 to go.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jalen Waddle from 17 yards out. And the Raiders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And that will make this a 19-point game.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
31-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for Prom.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Rodgers going to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
But that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
319.
Throwing is Rodgers. That is caught. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
158. Jump out. Back north. Hey, Mike. Hey, take 26.
One final try now for Rodgers. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Las Vegas, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Down. Cougar 19. Let's go now. Here we go. Here we go. Ready, ready? Let's go. Check out. Set up. Set up. Ready, ready, ready. Here we go. Shot. Ready. Set. Go. Set. Ready. Ready. Ready, ready. Come on, come on, set! Ha. Down! Check out! Let's go now! Get up! Here we go, here we go! Ready? Let's go! Ready? Tag! Hawk 70, Hawks! Huck! Set up! Huck! Ready, ready! Huck! Here we go, shot! Huck! Come on, set! Ready? Ready? Let's go! Ready? Set! Ready? Here we go, set! Let's go now. Set. Down. Here we go. Here we go. Ready? Ready? Set up! Ready? Ready? Ready, ready? Here we go, shot! Ready?
Nice.